Good morning. I'm Barbara Colton. I'm Vice President of the Board of Trustees here at Main Line Unitarian Church. Welcome. Welcome to our annual Water Communion service, a time to share memories, reconnect, and join the flow of the start of the new church year. A special welcome to our friends online. For any visitors with us today, an especially warm welcome. We are glad you're here. Please join us after the service for coffee hour and a chance to connect, reconnect, and maybe even make a new friend. For those visiting and those who may not have heard, our community has suffered a tremendous loss. Our longtime and beloved music director of 27 years, Dr. Vincent Craig, died on Friday. Our love and prayers are with his wife Candace, his mother, and his son, John. We will hold a memorial service for Vincent at a date yet to be determined. Let us have a moment of silence. Our worship together here is the centerpiece of our communal life at MLUC. Here we can let go, be held, be challenged as we share and reflect on life's journey. Through song and story, silence, and the spoken word, we open our minds and our hearts to a place of deeper understanding. As a community, we nurture a loving community that cares for each of us, that supports us in our quest for meaning in life, and inspires us to bring more joy, more compassion and justice to the world. Every voice and every heart is welcome and enriches our community. Now I would like to ask you to silence your electronic devices and join me in saying our mission statement. Together, we transform lives through love, service, and our welcoming faith.
Our chalice lighting words this morning are "The Longing for Something More" by Reverend Gretchen Haley. Every little thing that breaks your heart is welcome here. Please rise in body or spirit for hymn number 108, "My Life Flows On in Endless Song."
Life flows on today. Here in this room and online, we sing. As the psalmist says, and a psalmist is a singer, how rare it is, how lovely this fellowship of those who meet together. Come, let us worship together, in fellowship and friendship, in joy and in sorrow.
Each month, we select an offering outreach partner, a charitable organization that we feel is worthy to receive half of our weekly collection. During the month of September, MLUC's offering outreach partner is Mighty Writers. Today we have an introduction video that will give the congregation a sense of this wonderful organization and the work that it is doing in our city.
In 2009, we opened our first free Mighty Writers Center. Our first center was housed in a cozy South Philadelphia street corner storefront. In preparing to open, we were told not to expect a lot of sign-ups at first. It would take kids and parents a while to buy into an after-school program that focused exclusively on writing. So we dug in for the long haul. But from day one, our small South Philly storefront was jammed with kids. Caught by surprise, we scrambled to schedule enough writing workshops to meet the quickly growing demand. It was crazy. It was fun. Lessons were learned. The biggest lesson? Never underestimate the power of writing. To quote Maya Angelou, there's no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. Over time, we realized we needed to expand to reach a lot more kids. So we opened more centers in West Philadelphia, North Philadelphia, and a bilingual center in 9th Street Market. And we kept rolling. A center in Kennett Square for the children of migrant workers, a center in Camden and Atlantic City, and one in Newark, New Jersey. Through all the growth, we kept our elevator pitch in mind. We teach kids to write.
If you would like to make a donation online this morning, follow the instructions that you see behind me on the screen. If you are in the sanctuary and forgot your wallet but have your phone, then scan the QR code that is on the order of service, and you can make a cashless donation. The offering will now be gratefully received. Thank you. Candles of Community is MLC's ritual of personal sharing and support in a trusted and safe environment. After each candle is lit, please join me in saying, "We hold you in our hearts." We light a candle of concern for Hiro Nishiwaka's brother Yukio, who, at 83 years, passed away on September 6th at his home in Los Gatos, California, after suffering from Alzheimer's for 6 years. For Hiro and his family, we hold you in our hearts. We light a candle of concern for a friend of the Costa and Carpinello family, a teen boy afflicted with a rare form of bone cancer. With prayers that an experimental treatment will work a miracle, we hold you in our hearts. Ellen Youngdahl would like to light a candle of concern for Carol Klikokta, a former administrator of Wellsprings who has been progressively ill. She has been hospitalized and was sent to care in hospice on Friday. Her daughter is with her. For Carol and her family, we hold you in our hearts. We light a candle in memory of Sally Tweedy, a pillar of the MLUC community. Sally passed away last week. For Sally's family, we hold you in our hearts. Mia Carpinello lights a candle in memory of her dear friend Candace Chaplin, who passed away 2 years ago this week and is deeply missed. For Candace's family and friends, we hold you in our hearts. Finally, we light a candle in memory of our beloved Dr. Vincent Craig. With love and support to his wife Candace and son John and the rest of the Craig family, we hold you in our hearts.
For decades, Unitarian Universalists have brought water from their summer travels, their homes, their church kitchens and bathrooms, together in a ritual we call our water communion. Water that has flowed in oceans, lakes, rivers, streams, and pipes, imbued with meaning by the person who pours it. No matter where the water is from, when it flows into the bowl, it becomes something more than it was before. That is how all of us are here today. We come to this place because we are more when we are together. Tears are sacred water. Today, the water that we collect will be filled with more tears than usual as we come together to start this new church year and we feel the sharp sting of shock and grief. For decades, the people of this community have come together and have become more with the love and ministry of Dr. Vincent Craig flowing throughout. That love is still here, even as we weep. Through all the tumult and the strife, I hear the music ringing. It sounds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? No storm can shake my inmost calm, while to that rock I'm clinging. Since love prevails in heaven and earth, how can I keep from singing? Today, we are going down to the river together. The water that we pour into this bowl represents the love that brings us together, the love that makes us more, the love that prevails. How can we keep from singing? Let the water that you pour into this chalice hold your sorrow, your hopes, your lament, and your love as we begin this new church year together. As you are able and ready, please come forward and pour into our water chalice. We are more because you are here.
Dear ones, the water in this bowl represents so much of our hopes and our dreams, of our laughter and our heartbreak. By all that is holy, may this water infuse our lives with the strength of this community, the love and its transforming power. And may you, beloveds, grow stronger through the days, even as we walk through the shadow of heartbreak. So may it be. I want to thank the many who came yesterday to our prayer circle in the midst of our shock and our grief, to share the tremendous stories of Vincent's life and the heartache, who will play the piano, who will lead us in singing. I want to thank the staff and the Board of Trustees for holding us at a time when the holding was the greatest. I want to especially thank Caroline and Dawn Starr, because in the middle of all this, I gave them the order of service and I said, fix this. And they did, beautifully. And I want to thank David and Jody and Angie. Thank you for being here. I love the way that as Angie was singing, and it was such a special song, the power and the voice of the community came in and held her and held us all. This is how Vincent would want it to be, friends. He would want us to carry on. He would want us to use any opportunity that we had to make the world a better place. But here we are, and our hearts are rending. Our lives are torn apart. We had come to celebrate our homecoming, and we seem to be here at a time in need of comfort more than expressing a joy. I will let you know that I have heard from dozens of my colleagues across the country who have heard of our loss, and their congregations are praying with us today that we remember Vincent for all the strength of his life, for his incredible ministry among you, and they're holding you, the congregation, in the embrace of Unitarian Universalism. This is what it means to be part of a faith. When I heard of the news that Vincent had died, like many of you, I'm sure, the first word that came out of my mouth was, no. How can this possibly be? He was so alive. He ran marathons. He cared about what he ate. And he just was in our presence that very night. I can't imagine how the choir feels, although we will find a way for voices to continue to sing. But what I think is very difficult for me personally is that I was just getting to know him. We had such promise. We had just finished talking about how the choir would sing and how we would bring special music in, and the possibility of bringing the multi-gen choir to our partner church in Transylvania in June. And I was hearing stories from all of you before this tragedy about his gentle ministry with you and how he had always been there for those important times in our lives. So our hearts are rendered. Yours, and having known him for so long, and had him play at weddings and memorial services and thousands of services, and mine at the loss of a promise. Yet Vincent said something to me on Wednesday that I'm holding on like a talisman, and I offer it to you. He said, "John, this is an amazing congregation. They have been through so much. I know they will rise up to meet the road." Here we are, Vincent, mourning you with a love beyond belief. And I wonder what you would be saying to us now. Would you say, rise to meet the road? Continue the journey? I think you would, and I think we will in time. But your presence has left us with a hole in our life. You are departed, and your people are grieving. You were taken from us all too soon. And so on this day, when we are here in person or on screen, let us remember not just who he was as a minister to you, but what he would want you to do and practice in his spirit and his name. When one of us is taken all too soon, of course, we react with shock, tears. Anger is not uncommon. Anger at a loss of life taken all too soon. The weddings that he would have played, the memorial services, the worship services in the years to come. And when a death cuts across life in its fullness, as it has done here, we are certainly left with an incompleteness, because we know that Vincent left so much incomplete, unfinished, unfulfilled, not yet said. We know that in the loss of a life, especially one as rich and full of love and compassion as his was, that this will be a very difficult time for months, if not years to come. And of course, our heart goes out to Candace, to John, to their entire family, and we will find ways to hold them too. And friends, our faith as a congregation lies in this very community. That's what Vincent brought to you. The celebration through words and music and song that your congregation is your faith. This place, this time, despite the vicissitudes of place and generations, of pandemics and losses, you are always here. And we will always be here at 10 o'clock on Sunday. And we will always be here to hold those whose hearts are broken. The years will bring many changes before us. And I had planned on doing all that good work with Vincent, so I grieve that. But more importantly, I grieve the loss that you feel, because I feel it too. There is a life beyond this. There is a spring that follows the winter of our grief. I share with you the words of an anonymous poet who said, "We trust that beyond absence there is presence, that beyond pain there can be healing, that beyond brokenness there can be wholeness, that beyond anger there can be peace, beyond hurting there can be forgiveness, and beyond silence there is a word, beyond the word an understanding, beyond the understanding there is love." Today we begin a new year with hearts broken, but hearts heal. Hearts heal and arms encircle, and we will become stronger and better. Today we open the door of our life and our community in a different way. Here we will deepen the meaning, and it'll be an opportunity to reflect on the importance of our loving relationships. because our love and our memories will never cease. And they lead to a dedication of the heart and the soul, much like Vincent had for all of you. And the going forward as the living is a triumph of the soul itself, the conquering of the wilderness. And in the process, we have a deepening inward knowledge that in the final reckoning, we are love itself. So that's enough for the words. Music has been our best tonic. Let me, though, close with just a few more words from the immortal Tagore. And as I do so, I invite you, hold your hands like this. Imagine receiving the water, the spirit of love and life. Imagine receiving still the spirit of Vincent. Peace, my heart. Let the time for parting be sweet. Let it not be a death, but completeness. Let love melt into memory and pain into songs. Let the flight through the sky end in the folding of the wings over the nest. Let the last touch of our hands be as gentle as a flower in the night. Stand still, O beautiful end, but for a moment. We say our last words in silence. We bow to you and hold the lamp that will light our way. So may it be, and amen. Our closing hymn is number 402, From You I Receive. I invite you to rise in body or spirit.
We receive and we give. We come together to share good times and hard times and in between times. May we all know, now and always, how much we are surrounded by love. Spirit of life, be with us here and with us as we go out. Please remain seated for the postlude.